Hi, this is Dave Lorenzo with RainmakerLawyer.com, and today we're going to talk about the theory of 10,000 hours and how it relates to legal marketing. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, the theory of 10,000 hours, what is he talking about? Well, this is a theory that was developed by a cognitive behavioral psychologist named Daniel Levitin, and it was featured in a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Outliers. It's also been featured in a couple of other books. And it really is a theory that embodies the notion that it requires 10,000 hours of practice in order to become an expert at anything. So whether you're talking about the performing arts, or you're talking about sports, or even you're talking about legal proficiency, arguing in a courtroom, it requires 10,000 hours of focused, dedicated practice. And the example most often used is that of classical pianists, people who play the piano. And they practice for about an hour to an hour and a half in duration, 3 times a day. The intensity of the practice is phenomenal, and they really focus on one aspect of their work. So in other words, in one section of the practice, the hour and a half will focus on finger speed, and they'll do exercises just related to improving the rate of pace of their fingers moving over the keyboard. Another hour and a half will be devoted just to transitions from one type of chord to the next. For an hour and a half, just the same thing, repetitive, over and over again, practicing perfection. So practicing perfectly, and they do this for 10,000 hours. So if you're a legal marketer, let's say, or you're a lawyer and you're practicing law, and you argue in a courtroom for 20 hours a week, it will take you 10 years to get in your 10,000 hours of practice. If you argue in a courtroom 40 hours a week, it will take you 5 years. Whatever the discipline is in your law firm or your legal practice, that requires 10,000 hours for you to become a so-called quote-unquote expert. Now, how does this relate to law firm marketing? When you're looking for help with law firm marketing, first of all, nobody expects a lawyer to put in 10,000 hours strictly dedicated to law firm marketing. But when you're looking for help with law firm marketing, you're looking for a consultant, you're looking for advice, you should seek out someone who has dedicated a minimum of 10,000 hours specifically and exclusively to law firm marketing. This is how you know you have someone who's qualified to be an expert. 10,000 hours dedicated specifically and exclusively to law firm marketing. So 50 hours a week for 4 years, that's an expert. 40 hours a week for 5 years, you're probably looking at an expert there too. So I encourage you to go seek out experts for law firm marketing, because no lawyer is going to be able to practice law and put in 10,000 hours on law firm marketing. But I also encourage you to select wisely and choose someone who's put in the appropriate amount of time to merit that expert status. My name is Dave Lorenzo, and for more great law firm marketing tips just like these, you can find me at RainmakerLawyer.com. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.